The Forgotten War. Hero in. The heart of a bustling city, where glass towers kissed the sky and the hum of life drowned every cry for help, an old man shuffled along the streets. Clad in a faded military uniform adorned with tarnished medals, he seemed like a relic from another time. His name was Colonel Vikram Singh, a forgotten war hero who once stood at the forefront of his nation's defense, commanding troops with unyielding courage. But today, he was just another nameless figure in the crowd. 40 years ago, Vikram had led a battalion through one of the bloodiest battles in history. His strategic brilliance and sheer bravery had saved countless lives. He had returned home to a hero's welcome, with parades, accolades, and promises of eternal gratitude. But gratitude, it seemed, had an expiration date life after the army was not kind to Vikram. The nation moved on, new heroes emerged, and the weight of his sacrifices faded from memory. His family fractured under the pressure of his trauma. His once loyal friends drifted away, busy with their own lives. And soon, Vikram found himself alone, a decorated veteran with no one to share his stories or struggles. One rainy evening, Vikram sat on a park bench, his medals jingling faintly as he adjusted his coat. A group of teenagers passed by, their laughter echoing through the empty park. One of them stopped and sneered, "Hey, old man, why are you still wearing those fake medals trying to impress someone?" Vikram's weathered face twitched, but he said nothing. The boy laughed and walked away, leaving Vikram with a pang of humiliation. He clutched his medals tighter, his mind spiraling back to the battlefield, where every scar on his body had been earned with blood and sweat. But fate had a strange way of intervening. One night, as Vikram walked through an alley, he heard a muffled scream, instincts honed in combat kicked in. He turned the corner to find a young woman being dragged into a van by two masked men. Without a second thought, Vikram charged at them, his cane swinging like a weapon. The men, startled by the old man's ferocity, retreated, leaving the woman behind. Breathless and shaken, the woman turned to Vikram. "Thank you. You saved my life," she exclaimed. Vikram nodded, brushing off the gratitude. "Stay safe, child," he muttered, before disappearing into the shadows. Unbeknownst to Vikram, the woman was a journalist named Ananya Rao, known for her investigative stories. Intrigued by her savior's mysterious demeanor, she decided to find out more about him. It didn't take her long to uncover his identity, a celebrated war hero now living in obscurity. Ananya decided to write a story about him, not just as a tribute, but as a reminder of the forgotten sacrifices of countless veterans. Her article, titled "The Forgotten Hero," went viral overnight. It sparked outrage and admiration alike, with citizens demanding justice for Vikram and others like him. The next morning, Vikram woke up to a knock on his door. When he opened it, he was met with cameras, reporters, and a crowd of grateful citizens. Among them stood Ananya, holding a framed picture of his younger self in uniform. "Colonel Singh, the nation owes you an apology," she said, her voice trembling with emotion. Vikram's eyes welled up as he stepped forward. The crowd erupted in applause, chanting his name. For the first time in decades, he felt seen, valued, and remembered. The government soon announced initiatives to support war veterans, and Vikram was invited to speak at schools and events, inspiring a new generation. The medals on his chest no longer felt like a burden, but a badge of honor he carried with pride. Though life had battered and bruised him, Vikram Singh found redemption in the hearts of those who finally remembered. His story became a beacon of hope, proving that true heroes might be forgotten but never defeated.